Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to a very special Labour of Love 2 UBZoomy. How are we all doing? How you doing, Jimmy?
Yeah, good. You do say it's very special every week, though. Do you know that?
Yeah, but do you know what?
I think this first time you've said it's going to be a bit special this week.
Yeah, but I mean it this time.
It's a Labour of Love 2, is it?
Yeah.
Martin, hello.
How come we had to sing our own song then playing?
Yes, that's just to entice the crowds.
Oh, I see. Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Rob,
on
Robin, you're muted.
No.
Said that 61 times as well.
Yeah.
How we doing?
All right. That's exactly what I've got, Earl.
Yeah, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, Earl.
Cheers, Earl.
Cheers, Earl.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. It's a good one, Labour of Love 2. In fact, what we're going to do, we're going to play about half of the album because we're going to take a listen to the original versions. For those who don't know, the Labour of Love series is all about UB40 taking songs that they heard growing up and doing their version of them. So we'll hear. I'm sure Robin will have a lot to say on the originals, which is your cup of it's your cup of tea, and you're old, yeah. So yes, it's going to be.
Taking a piss or what?
Who, me? But I think it's one of those albums that we've talked before, haven't we? About you've got UB40 fans who like the political stuff and who like the Labour of Love, but this has got to be one of those. It's not a crossover album in terms of lyrical content, but I think in terms of what people like, there's not many people that don't like this album. Do you know what I mean? It's a firm fan favourite, and hardcore fan, and occasional fan favourite as well. There's not a bad track on it.
It was the first album that we really sold in large numbers in America too.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was after the success of Red Red Wine, which was 5 years late. In '88 in America, the time was ripe for us to release Labour of Love 2. As it happened, we were working on Labour of Love 2 anyway. But the timing was perfect because we just had a #1 in America with Red Red Wine. So when we came with Labour of Love 2, it's I think it was the first one that sold 1 million copies in the States.
Yeah, we released a couple of singles off it that were top 5, I think, The Way You Do and Here I Am.
Here I Am, of course, yeah.
Well, they did better in the States as singles than I believe they did in the UK. Was that because everybody had bought the album in the UK, so nobody really went on to buy the single?
Well, I think it was also because both those songs were original American classics.
Yeah.
One was The Temptations and the other was Al Green. So Americans knew those as those songs, whereas maybe in the UK and Europe, they weren't so well known. Whereas they were obviously classic hits from on the American charts.
Yeah, would there have been an element of that though, that people went out in their thousands in the UK? I mean, the album Labour of Love 2 went to #3. But then some of the songs, which are actually some of UB40's better known songs, actually hovered around the 30s and 40s in the charts here. And I can't understand why that happened, because in the late 80s, early 90s, you were at the peak of your careers, really.
Different market, it's a completely different market. They work by their own rules in America. And we'd already had lots and lots of hits in England by then. Do you know what I mean? And I think we were, we had bigger hits probably from Labour of Love 1 and before, 1 in 10, and tracks like that. Food for Thought. They were all like top 5 tracks. So,
I think Kingston Town did all right in the UK. That was certainly top. What was it? #4.
#4, yeah, I believe.
Yeah. Well, there you go. But
it should have been a #1, really. You got
it was a #1 in Holland, and I believe it was #1 in France as well.
Yeah.
Great video as well.
Sorry.
Great video, Kingston Town.
Yeah,
the Windrush
one.
My favourite video we've ever done. I think it's one of the few videos where we're actually saying something quite profound.
Yeah.
It's a really
speaking of saying something quite profound, the album starts with Small Axe. What was the inspiration behind putting that on as an intro? And Normski.
Doing it. Norman
Norman.
loved that song, so we got to sing it basically.
Yeah, massive Marley fan, and you know, we didn't really want to do Marley tunes because they were so well known anyway. You know, they were so successful anyway. But yeah, Norman always loved that tune, and he used to sing it. He used to sing that opening, you know, all the time. So we just thought it'd be a nice way of opening the album, you know, and getting Norman to sing.
Well, it was a different way of doing it. Sorry, Matt.
Well, for me as an outsider as well, at that time was the whole story around Labour Love 2, the band going away in Italy and recording it, and all those sort of footage of the studio times together. And then obviously once I was around the band, getting to hear all the stories that went on in Italy at that time. So that's like another bonus for Labour Love 2, is the whole creative process of it as well.
Yeah, did we do some in Hawaii?
No.
Like when we worked out the tunes, did we do like a session in Hawaii where we was working out the tunes like for Labour Love 2?
No, I think that we worked out the tunes in Italy and recorded them in the south of France.
No, we recorded them in Italy. We mixed them in the south of France.
Mixed down the album in the south of France. But I don't remember. I remember when we were in Hawaii, but I don't think it was.
We done like a session where we had to like do. I don't know if it was one track or maybe a couple of tracks or something. Anyway, think about it. But yeah,
it's all blending in. It's all blending into one, isn't it? With all this beautiful wine and great food in south of France and Italy and stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah.
But that must have been hard work.
All the Labour Love stuff, it was all about jamming it and like creating it and making it our own. You know what I mean? Like, so whatever was in fashion, like beat wise and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So it was all about jamming. Like, obviously these tunes that we've known all our lives. So it was it's like really lovely for us because, you know, we tried different beats and different things, different angles to come at it. So it was a labour of love, like both. Love.
Yeah, and we weren't. We didn't have to convince anybody this time round, you know, because we'd had so much success with the original Labour of Love. What we got after that, before we did Labour of Love, everybody told us that we shouldn't be doing it, and then after we did it, everybody was going, "When are you doing Volume 2?" So, you know, all the record company just kept asking us, is it time for Volume 2 yet? You know, so it was much easier for us to do it. There was no pressure. We knew it was going to be well received. And of course, we had a list as long as our arm of songs, you know, that everybody knew and we wanted to cover. So, yeah, we were on the road. We weren't coming home. So we stayed. It was like a holiday in Italy. We had a few months in Italy where we rented we stayed in a farmhouse and rented the castle out.
Modanella.
Castello Modanella, yeah. And got it for a song. So we lived in this castle. You know, what a wonderful time we were having. Drinking,
sounds awful, yeah.
Drinking Chianti and jamming our favourite tunes, you know. It was...
not just Chianti.
We'd have a rave up in it. Like,
every Saturday night.
Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Friday night, wasn't it?
In the end, we had all the locals come, and then had all the coppers come in the end, and it was called the kerfuffle. Great time.
But it was really, you know, we started off with a few people coming, and then by the end of it, the whole of the local village, which ended up anybody under the age of 20 was just 30.
They were coming from far and wide. It started with just the village, and then people were travelling from neighbouring villages and neighbouring towns, and they were coming from Arezzo and Siena and all sorts of places because they heard about the UB40 party.
Every week we did it.
In the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
And funnily enough, there were a couple of popes in the crypt of this castle. Which freaked me out a little bit. If you went down into the crypt,
dead ones, of course.
Well, yeah, they weren't alive yet, but they had their robes hanging up, looking a bit old. But yeah, there was a couple of popes in the crypt.
What were you saying, Martin?
I also heard it wasn't just copious amounts of red wine. There was a fair amount of grappa and consumed, wasn't there?
Grappa.
Oh, blimey,
yeah. I think certain members of the band discovered grappa
and slept outside.
And
right, yes.
Passed out for the duration.
Came vagrants and vagabonds.
Yeah.
Wandering the country.
Street urchins.
Hey
How
guys, well,
about
listen, I'm
Labour
sure,
Love 5, Rob? How's that going?
All right.
How's Labour Love 5 coming along?
It's not. It's not.
Really
You're a
finished.
little devil, you are. You've always been a little devil, ain't you? Eh?
I've still got the list.
Well, I know you're talking about it, so
You're
So
not supposed to tell people this, you know.
right, a little bit of music then. A little bit of
Yeah, I
music.
think
Before
so.
we do that, we'll be cutting the stream momentarily, and all those people watching on Facebook, please get across to the UB40 app where you'll listen to all the stories about wine and Italy and France and drugs and rock and roll and reggae.
Can we just say that the app is free to download and people can watch this live free? Everyone seems to be under the impression that they have to pay to watch it if they get the app, and that just isn't true. I just wanted to make that point because people keep commenting on Facebook saying that they can't afford the app and stuff, where it's actually free. It only costs you if you want to watch the recorded versions or any of the the back catalogue and stuff
And even but still, there's loads of free content on there anyway. But I mean, and some of these are on there that we've the ones that we pre-recorded and stuff like that. So it's 2-minute job, and it helps everybody out. So Robin's right.
Download it.
Let's do it. So then let's make a start on tonight's music, because even though we're only going to do half the album, we've still got a lot to cover because we're going to listen to the original. So the first song on the album is Here I Am, or Here I Am Baby, or Here I Am Baby Come and Take Me, whatever you want to call it. But that was that known to you then as an Al Green or an Al Brown number?
Well, the original obviously was an Al Green song, and I've got the album with that track on it, and of course I knew it from the 60s, but the tune that we were covering, the version that we were covering, was the Al Brown version, which is a Jamaican version, a reggae version, done by Al Brown and the band Skin, Flesh and Bones, which probably not a lot of people know were the original Lloyd Parks house band. He called them Skin, Flesh and Bones, but they had people like Ansel Collins, Sly Dunbar before he teamed up with Robbie. Right. They were the original Revolutionaries, basically. They got renamed the Revolutionaries by Lloyd Parks, who was also a brilliant producer and bass player. So the band Skin, Flesh and Bones were really the forerunners of the Revolutionaries, and who were major band in the 70s. But this was, early days, and this 73, I think this is, and probably one of the last hits that they had as Skin, Flesh and Bones before they became the Revolutionaries. But
awesome.
Al Brown sang with them.
Which we playing first?
And had a massive hit. We're playing the Al Brown version, as far as I know.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's spin it.
Buddy
Evening, doggy.
Hello. Hello. Everybody.
I can't believe that it's real. The way that you make me feel. All burning deep down inside. All of that I cannot hide. I'm loving you and me, baby.
Good song. It's been covered a lot as that song. So £1 for everybody who can tell me who's covered it.
Phil Collins.
And what about Michael Jackson?
Elvis himself.
Elvis himself, yeah.
Inner Circle.
I'm gonna blink
A lot-
clue. All right.
A lot of people have done that song. I think you guys have probably had the biggest success with it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
As you said, that went on to be a big hit in America. It's top 10 in the US.
top 5.
Top 5. So that followed on then from the success of Red Wine. After all of those years, this was like almost felt like a follow-up then, as far as the American audience were concerned.
That's how it worked in America. Yeah, they were desperate for a follow-up to the original Labour of Love. So it was perfect timing in America. As I say, it was the first album in America that sold over 1 million copies, I think, for us.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I got
It's a good
done well as well, obviously, with Chrissy Hines that done well in America.
few years before.
Mm.
When it was.
Yeah, good. Well, what's the process then? So you decide, you come up with a list of songs that you all like, that being one of them. How do you then turn that into something that you're all happy with? Do you all take the original home and listen to it, and then you all come in, or do you just all know it?
Everybody knows the original generally.
Yeah, we know them all anyway.
If they, I mean, these are the songs we grew up on, and once I compile a list and say to people, what do you think of this, what do you think of that, you don't really get much dissent. People just go, yeah, we'll try that one, we'll try that. And the thing is, that's what we do, we try them. We see how it goes, we see how it feels. Just because it's on the list doesn't mean it's coming in. It's
in a jamming session environment.
Exactly. We play with them, and if we like the way it's going, then we'll work on it some more. If we don't, they get dropped. We just go, no, we don't like that one, or it's a organic thing. That's how we've always worked, because we don't have anyone writing the music or anything. We just jam the tunes, the tunes. And with the Labour of Love albums, it's tunes that we know. And if any members of the band don't actually remember the original, it's not difficult to play the originals and remind yourself.
Very often, I don't want to hear the original to work on. It'll put me off. Once we've got, I think what we usually do is we stick to the timing of the vocal as close as we can to the original, and then behind that we just take it all apart and redo the backing.
Yeah,
because you want to keep it singable for the lead vocal, but you want to make it your own as well. Give it that give it a set.
It's really hard to explain in it, but it's like giving it danceability, which is like really crap way of saying it, but it's just like to inject excitement into it, to either pour out emotion if it's like a slow ballad or something, or if it's a dance tune, to encourage you to dance. So that's the only criteria, really. Do you know what I mean? But it's all about the vibe, and if we're excited about it, then it kind of becomes something, doesn't it? And then you can move on, and And, if you and Jimmy aren't excited, then it doesn't generally go anywhere, does it?
Yeah.
Because you're the guys laying down the foundation that we're all going to work on top of, And if you're not feeling it, it generally doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Jimmy. More reason to launch a solo career.
Absolutely, yeah. Damn right, yeah. I mean, I write all the tunes anyway.
You are UB40, aren't you, Jimmy?
That's why I was, go on, carry on.
I was going to say this song as well. Here I Am, Baby. You often get asked in interviews, are you going to play your favorite? Are you going to play your biggest hits? And your answer is, we'd get lynched if we didn't, And I think this is one of those songs, isn't it?
Hang on. What was that?
That was his Birmingham
that little impression again, please.
Yeah. If we didn't do it, we'd get lynched, wouldn't we?
Never do that again. Go on.
Yeah, last time. But you do. I mean, this is one of Red Wine, Kingston Town, Falling in Love. This is probably number 4. I can't remember a time where it wasn't in the set list.
Well, I was going to say that. Because it was so successful, our version, not commercially successful, but it was successful kind of artistically. You know, it worked.
Yeah.
And we've always had it in the set since then. I
Well,
think.
it's got a great horn section. It's just a great live number. It's always worked well, and it's one of those that we play because we know it's going to get the audience up. You know, that's one of the numbers that you know is going to get the audience going.
I always wish that you'd play the small axe bit at the start live, I must say.
We have done that in the past.
I was going to say, I think we have done it actually.
Yeah, not with me. That.
And then the curtain drops.
Only on probably the first time we toured Labour of Love 2. We probably did small acts then, but I don't think we've ever done it since. But you know, nothing wrong with resurrecting it.
Yeah,
that's what I said a few years ago when you came on behind the curtain and it was like for the audience like a silhouette in the background. I could just see like you and Norman doing the vocals to it, and then the curtain drops, and then the brass guys, you know, come straight forward with it.
Yeah.
But and there's a great part in the song as well, Robin, where you're on the guitar and Brian comes down with the sax, and it's like you're talking. You know, it's like the instruments are talking to each other. You know, that's a bit of magic.
I mean,
should we listen to
right. We should be playing our live version of Here I Am. We're going to play it. That would be a better version to play.
That's Mr. DJ Campbell up there.
That's true, actually.
Oh, he's muted. You muted, Matt.
I haven't got it ready.
I knew he was going to say that.
maybe we could play out with it.
It's so often the case that the live version is better than the recorded version, you know, especially in our situation, because we're such a live band, you know, and we work at it, and often we improve the number over time by playing it live, you know, and it takes on a different identity, you know, a different character. And that's one of the songs that definitely works better live than it does on record for me.
Yeah, it's great when you work a tune live, you get to feel where the dynamics are in the tune that you don't always notice when you're recording it in the first place. Where you go off from where you give it extra and where you hold back a little bit. You get that feel when you're doing it live.
Well, I think playing the organ, you know, the organ part, Ansel Collins, ba, 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 turning that into a horn section, you know, was massive because, you know, we have a horn section on stage, and it's a big sound, you know, and it made it a very brass oriented number, you know, change the character of it.
And speaking about brass sections, it's Uncle Lawrence's birthday today, so happy birthday, Loz.
Yes, 63, you know.
Yeah, plus that.
Cheers, Uncle Loz.
Cheers, Lawrence.
Cheers, mate.
I bet he's eaten his birthday cake already.
All of it. Every slice, every crumb.
Rubbed
it up in a few seconds.
Rubbed it into himself.
Yeah.
Hey,
We won't get into that, Martin.
Before we get into any more trouble, let's play UB40's version. Here I Am, Baby.
Here we go.
If you are a big, big tree, we are a small axe, sharp and ready to cut you down, ready, sharpened to cut you down. I can't believe that it's real, the way that you make me feel. Burning deep down inside, the love that I cannot hide. I know it's you I make, baby.
funny that even though that's the track, you still hear parts of the live version.
Yeah.
Like Brian's. Love it.
It's a lot more. It's a lot more clinical than the live version, though. The live version is just a different vibe in it, you know.
Yeah.
But
always gets people.
You're talking
moving,
about
always.
you're talking about the sax and guitar thing in the middle. That was us playing the original Al Green crooning stuff. He just kind of free forms, you know, in the middle of the song on the original record. And Al Brown does the same thing on the reggae version, but of course Ali wasn't going to do that. He just sang the song, and me and Brian decided, okay, we're going to try and play the Al Green part, and turned it into a guitar part that Brian played with me, because that was Brian. Brian wanted to, he said to me, can't you do something that we can do together, you know? So I basically copied the Al Green crooning bit.
Yeah, which is a similar vibe in grooving as well, where Ali does do the crooning bit, I guess, but we'll come to that momentarily. So that's that then. That's Here I Am, unless there's anything else on it.
Only taken half an hour to play that, boys.
Now we're doing well, didn't we?
Thank God we're only doing half the album. Tears from My Eyes Keep on Falling.
One of my favourites.
I can't tell you a lot about it, really. It's the only record I ever owned of Teddy Davis. I don't know much more about it, except it was on, because I bought the record, I know it was on Orbitone, which is a UK reggae label, and then later it was released on the Cactus label, which is another label that everybody knows. But I couldn't tell you much about him. I don't know where he comes from, or I mean, I know he's Jamaican, you know, but and I know he lived in the UK, but I don't know his roots or you know what, if he was in a band or really any other stuff about him. If anyone can inform me, I'd love to know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we've got somebody on the app might be able to tell us.
It's not like you, Robin. You normally know everything.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, well, you know, I really don't know any more about that guy. I've only ever bought that one record. I know he's done a couple of other records. I've heard the other records. He did Reggae Man and a couple of others, you know, but that's the only one I ever bought. And I've because of that, it was kind of like a one-hit wonder, really. You know, it was a big 70s hit in the dance halls, you know, but I don't know much more about him.
It's a good track, and I think it's another one that's been in and out of the set, hasn't it, over the years? And I think it's a safe bet, that song. If ever, you know, you're never short of tracks to play, but if you were, you could drop that one in anywhere. Yeah,
I'm always
very romantic. It's like a honeymoon song.
Oh, it's definitely a grind-up song, isn't it? You know, you never dance on your own to this one.
Well, let's say the original then, Teddy Davis.
Yeah,
Weird backing vocals, wicked women vocals, very strange.
Here we go.
Tears from my eyes keep on falling, 'cause you're leaving with another. Things that we've done together, I'll always remember. Although you're with another, baby. I've done everything someone can do, girl. I've said every word someone can say. Plans that we made has gone astray, girl. 'cause you're leaving, leaving with another. Things that we've done together.
It's a nice tune, that, but almost a little bit lackluster in comparison to the UB40 version.
You mean it's not as good as our version?
Well, don't when you're getting above your station, but you know. I mean, it
My
sounds
wife's
like a
just
campfire,
informed me.
you know.
My wife's just informed me that she always thought that he was singing "Leaving with My Mother."
That'd be weird, though. That would, wouldn't it? That'd be really strange.
That would be weird.
It'd be really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, just like it's a nice song, but yeah, you guys.
It's a lovely tune, but it kind of lent itself to harmonising more than he's on that record. You know?
I could just see him sat on a beach somewhere in Montego Bay, playing an acoustic guitar with a fire going, that kind of Kumbaya type thing, you know.
Kumbaya.
Yeah.
I mentioned the CMB song.
Yeah, it sounds better on the dance floor with speakers. You know what I mean? It's very, yeah. It's a lot of like grinding and winding to that tune with birds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tom Wallace has just said on the app that he knows who Teddy Davis is because he used to work down the pit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Wrong one, I think.
Could be. Let's have a listen then to UB40's take on it.
Right.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Tears from my eyes keep on falling as you are leaving, even with another. Things that we've done together, I'll always remember you with another, baby. Tears from my eyes keep on falling as you are leaving, even with another. Things that we've done together, I'll always remember you with another, baby. I've done everything one man can do, girl. Said every word one man can say. The thing that we had has gone astray, girl. I'm missing you from day to day. Tears from my eyes keep on falling, 'cause you are leaving, even with another. Things that we've done together, I'll always remember you with another, baby. I've done everything one man can do, girl. Said every word one man can say. The things that we done have gone astray, girl. I'm missing you from day to day. Tears from my eyes keep on falling, 'cause you are leaving, even with another. Things that we've done together, I'll always remember you with another.
Oh, I think we did that's a good version. I haven't heard that for years.
It's
It was
every element is good. You know, there's lovely
lovely, yeah.
keyboards, lovely horns.
Mhm.
Definitely lends itself to being a two-part rather than a single. You know, it works as like a Everly Brothers type tune. It's just everything in it is really nice, I think.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't remember it being that good.
A little arpeggio thing on the keyboards is really nice as well, isn't it? You know.
I think you can have a job on with this next set list, because over these Zoomies we've had so many like that, which is they've been renewed for the fans and for you guys. That I think you have to start doing 35 songs and making it a 3-hour set.
That's not happening.
Not too old for Matt.
You're not.
Crazy guy. I love
Say
it.
about that.
Speaking of putting songs back in the set, you know what the next one is, Robin, don't you?
What's that?
Grooving.
Oh, the next one on in the list.
Gotta go back in the set, Groovy.
It's going to be like
Yes.
that all the way through this. So,
Grooving out on
yeah,
live.
they all let themselves. They're all brilliant songs, and they were all hits. And you're going to say that with every tune, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Carry on.
yeah. But this one, to be fair, Robin knows this. I've been campaigning for this one for as long as I've known you guys.
Yeah, which
this
is
one.
weird because it is a fan favourite, but it was never released as a single, I don't think. Which is
Possibly not.
strange
Yeah.
because it is a really popular tune with the fans, and one of the ones that I'm always being asked, why can't you put this back in the set? It's by a really important artist in the history of reggae, Hopton Lewis. He did the original Grooving Out on Life, and he also did Boom Shakalaka, which everybody knows, and he also did Take It Easy, which is one of the songs that lays claim to being the first rock steady tune. You know, from in the changeover from ska to reggae, the rock steady period was about an 18-month period in between, and Take It Easy is one of the songs that claims to being the first rock steady tune. So he's been quite instrumental in quite a few ways, really. I mean, just those 3 songs alone, we've covered all of them.
I was going to say, we've done take it, haven't we?
And I mean, they are
Fine
great,
job.
you know. He what was the one? Was it Bum Shakalaka? He entered into the Jamaican Song Festival, which is massive in Jamaica, or certainly was in the 60s and 70s, and still is, but not to the same degree. But it was a really big thing if you won the Jamaican Song Festival, and he entered Bum Shaka and of course won it. You know, that was like a massive tune in Jamaica.
They're all quite upbeat, aren't they? I mean, you talk about rock steady, but to be fair, these are quite upbeat numbers, really. Do you know what I mean?
That's
You get up and dance to them.
He did
You know.
Take It Easy, and he did Bum Shaka, and then he joined Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, who were a massive band in Jamaica and played on millions of hit records. And he then, I think Byron Lee wrote Grooving Out on Life, and he recorded that, and of course that was a #1 in Jamaica as well. So his career in the late 60s, early 70s was massive and really quite. I mean, he worked at Studio One. He did arranging, producing, all sorts of stuff, but he also had his own hits. So
It'll be good to hear the original. I think there'll be a lot of people on the Zoom tonight who perhaps don't know the originals.
yeah,
You know,
quite possible. Quite possible.
let's do it.
He's
Play it.
he's gone now, of course. He's
As so many have.
and great Hopton Lewis.
Alright.
Do it, Matt. Again, lovely. And UB40 do such a different version of it, yet keeping, like Jimmy said earlier, keeping to the true sound of the song, but then again, it sounds so different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you keep the elements, you know, and you try to keep, like Jimmy said, you still keep it singable in the same way, but try and treat it in a new way, musically, you know. And
well, and also you use instruments, don't you? Yeah, well, it's clear that you use instruments, typically the sax or your guitar, to make up for perhaps the backing vocals that have been sung by women predominantly. That tends to replace the women's vocals.
I mean, a lot of it's just bringing them up to date, because obviously they're like rocksteady or ska, or in the transition period. But it's like keeping the tempo of the lyric and updating the tunes, because there's all these trends going on that we've been influenced by. Don't forget, like, you know what I mean. At the time, whatever was in, you know, the latest reggae that's in, you know, at that period. Obviously, we was listening to it, so we'd update it according to the times, or, you know.
I think we were listening to a lot of Stevie and Clevie at that time.
And Sly and Bobby and stuff, so, you know. But I mean, like I said before, it's all about making them more danceable. You know, making them as danceable as possible. Just so, you know, because we're always thinking live, and like, obviously, like I said before, it's you know, it's got to entertain us first. You know what I mean? We've got to get a buzz from it.
Absolutely.
So, like, you know, to make it into what it finally becomes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
To me, though, this album sounds like UB40's most timeless album. If you look back at them, some of them, like, say for example, Right in My Kitchen, sounds like it's a mid-80s album, and Promises and Lies sounds like it's a mid-90s album. This, to me, sounds timeless. It could be from yesterday, or it could be from 80. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if you guys might not agree with that. I wonder if anybody on the app does. That you could play it anywhere, anytime, and people won't be able to won't be able to pin the year if they were hearing it for the first time.
I think it's a lot of people's favourite album of ours. Definitely.
Yeah. It's what
Obviously,
got me into UB40.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You what?
That's the story. Sorry.
We can't look outside of the box and you know, like the way you're looking at it, and say that, you know, whether it's you know, like a, you know, classic, and it was like, you kind of live for. Oh, your dog's screaming, mate.
Your dog?
Yeah.
And like somebody trod on his paw.
He obviously didn't agree with you.
Yeah. I think anybody in my age group, it's this album that got them into UB40 in the first place. They'd have been too young to hear anything prior to this first time round. And I remember my mum having this cassette. Remember cassettes in the car, and below the stereo player, you had like a little drawer to put cassettes in with a little button that popped them out. If you remember, I always remember it being in there. I remember my mum saying, "Where do you think these guys are from?" And I said, "Well, Caribbean. They're from Birmingham." It's like, you are. You're mad.
Pretty close enough.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Steve.
Play our version then.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be Monday morning.
There's no line of duty, I keep telling you.
That's true, yeah. We can go on for hours, can't we?
Here we go.
I get my kicks from watching people running to ground. In the USA, where they go,
Right, that's it. We're sacking the rest of the album off. We're listening to that another 7 times. That's my favourites, that one.
Got a lovely vibe.
It's lovely. Nice lyrics as well. Uplifting as well. You know, I mean, we've not really been grooving, have we, for the last 14 months, but hopefully we will be soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
We definitely modernised that one successfully. We brought it up to date, you know. It was certainly the originals are of their time, you know. And of course, to us, until we created a new version, the originals were the ones we listened to. You know, they were the ones we knew. And of course, fans that love our album are going to, many of them, prefer our versions because that's what they know as the original. Do you know what I mean? They don't know the earlier versions. But, I mean, you know, if you can do that and have people prefer your versions, then you've done a good job, haven't you? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring them up to date, even though the love we have is for the original, you know.
Of course. Cool. All right, well, that was grooving. And the next one is The Way You Do the Things You Do. And I'm interested to know whether you like Here I Am Baby, whether you knew this as a reggae song or as a, would it have been on Motown with Temptation?
It's a Smokey Robinson written song.
Yeah.
The Smokey Robinson tune, but it was produced by Smokey, but it was recorded by the Temptations.
And which one did you know both of them together, or?
Well, Motown was like the soundtrack to our lives, you know, growing up. Motown, like Temptations, you know what I mean? Like they were political, they were like Supremes and all that. It's an incredible bunch of people, and obviously that was the backdrop to our growing up.
And of course,
like Robin says, like
we knew that as the original.
But obviously, American eccentric. So, and that's why there was probably big hits over there. And this is another example of that. Yeah,
I think that's what it was in America. That really we redefined the R&B versions, and that surprised people because they didn't have a clue about the reggae versions that we knew.
That's why they were hits in America, because they knew the original R&B, but they didn't know the original reggae versions, of course.
Yeah, definitely. So it was a surprise.
It was a brand new version to them, whereas we knew the Eric Donaldson version. Eric Donaldson, for anyone who doesn't know, is obviously the guy who did Cherry O Baby.
Cherry O Baby, yeah.
Again, I mean that's standard, obviously, because we was lucky to live in England. We had obviously the Caribbean culture and like American culture. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Growing up, and obviously the British culture, pop culture. So we were like further ahead, like musically as a nation. Do you know what I mean? Than like the Americans, for instance. Obviously,
I wish your internet were further ahead, Earl.
Yeah, I'm really.
I know.
Still a bit behind, yeah.
All the tracks sound really wonky when I'm hearing them. I'm thinking, oh, that sounds so good. But yeah, sorry about that.
It sounds great,
I'm going to sort it out.
Yeah, man. You need a new internet provider for definite.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Of course, we all knew the original soul versions or R&B versions of Al Green or the Temptations or whoever. Of course, we knew the originals, but just as the Jamaican kids did, they were getting fed the same stuff as we were. They were hearing American R&B on their radio stations, you know.
They were doing their Labour of Love stuff.
So they're covering those tunes. So it's perfectly natural for Eric Donaldson or anybody to be covering American R&B tunes because that's what they're being fed. So it's perfectly normal for them to be covering those tunes, and that's what Eric Donaldson's version is. You know, it's a cover of the Temptations.
I also think that
we loved his version, of course. So because we're making a reggae album, we're doing a version of Eric Donaldson's version.
I think where we nicked from the reggae version was the simplified chord sequences, because if you listen to the original R&B tunes and followed that, there'd be 5, 6, 7 chords in it, whereas the reggae version would always bring it down to 1, 2, 3 chords, and that was always easier to approach for us that way nicking their way of simplifying the tune.
I'm just thinking whether or not the original versions have a gap, where the song stops, Duncan comes down, does his bit in the crowd or whatever. I can't remember whether that was a UB40 edition.
No, that was a cheesy idea of somebody's that we enacted at some point. I don't know when.
There you go.
But it's not on the record, is it?
No, it's not.
Probably an accident.
Let's spin Eric's version and Eric Donaldson's version, and see if it brings back some memories.
You got a smile so bright, you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight, you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet, you could have been a broom. And baby, you smell so sweet, you could have been some perfume. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, but I can tell the way you do the thing you do. All right, the way you do the thing you do. As pretty as you are, you could have been a flower. And if good looks for a minute, you could have been an hour. The way you cool my heart, you could have been a cool brook. And baby, you're so smart, you could have been a school book. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, but I can tell the way you do the thing you do. Oh, the way you do the thing you do. You made my life so rich. You could have been some money. And baby, you're so sweet. You could have been some honey. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, but I can tell the way you do the thing you do. All right, the way you do the thing you do. You make my life so bright. The way you do the thing you do. You really swept me off my feet. The way you do the thing you do. Yeah. You make me feel alright. You make me feel alright. You make me feel alright.
Oh, some high notes there.
Some dodgy notes on the guitar as well.
Can I just say about Eric Donaldson that he obviously was the guy that did Cherry O Baby, and he wrote, that's a cover, but he wrote Cherry O Baby, and that was again a winner in '71, I think, of the Jamaican Song Festival again, and he's known as Mr. Jamaican Song Festival because he actually has won it 6 times.
Wow.
With different songs, which is more than any other artist. And he's probably one of the few artists that's made a decent living out of songwriting, because Cherry O Baby has been covered over 30 times.
Yeah.
By different
How we
artists,
do it?
including us and the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
So he's earned from that song for a long time. And
Good on him.
as I say, it's been covered many times. So he's probably one of the few comfortable Jamaican reggae artists who's living quite well, thank you. And he's as I say, he's won the Jamaican Song Festival 6 times. It makes him very special.
As Martin said, although he's disappeared off again,
Yeah,
you can feel a labour of love 5. Maybe he's going for his dessert. I think he keeps nipping out for different courses. But yeah, the other Eric Donaldson songs, I'm sure, could make it onto Labour of Love 5 if one was to happen at some point in time. Do it then. Let's play UB40's version again. This was another one that did well in the States, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It did well in England as well.
Yeah. But you're expected to do well in England.
It didn't do as well as it didn't do as well as Cherry O Baby, of course, but it was a hit.
Yeah, and again, as I've said a couple of times, I think victim of your own success in releasing the album, and who wants to go out and spend another however much it is on a single when they've got it already in those days at least. So let's play it the way you do the things you do. Another top song.
You got a smile so bright. You know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight. You know you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet. You know you could have been a broom. And baby, sounds so sweet. You know you could have been some perfume. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can take it. The way you do the things you do. Alright, the way you do the things you do. As pretty as you are. You know you could have been a flower. Your good looks were many. You know you could have been an hour. The way you stole my heart. You know you could have been a groove. And baby, you're so smart. You know you could have been a school boo. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can take it. The way you do the things you do. Alright, the way you do the things you do. You make my life so rich. You know you could have been some money. And baby, you're so sweet. You know you could have been some honey. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can take the way you do the things you do. Alright, the way you do the things you do. As pretty as you are. You know you could have been a flower. Your good looks were many. You know you could have been an hour. The way you stole my love. You know you could have been a groove. And baby, you're so smart. You know you could have been a schoolboy. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to. I can take the way you do the things you do. Alright, the way you do the things you do. Alright, the way you do the things you do. The way you do the things you do. Alright, the way you do the things you do. You make my life so sweet. Alright, the way you do the things you do. You make my life so sweet. Alright, the way you do the things you do. You make my life so sweet. The way you do the things you do. You make my life.
Sounds unbelievably fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, doesn't it, eh?
I think it's got a much nicer feel live than
Yeah,
it has on
definitely.
record.
Yeah. It's a bit heavier live.
I think Bagger was asking on the app whether we can play a more recent live version, but we've got them all lined up. I mean, that's the debate that me and Matt often have. We're talking about albums, and we want to stick to the original ones.
Exactly. We are looking at albums. If you're going to play live versions, then you're not looking at the album, are you?
Correct. That's the catch. But for those, a few people have asked, perhaps turned up a little bit late on the app. This is a 2-part session because 14 tracks on an album. Plus, we want to hear the original. So I think we did when we first started the Zooms, Robin. We did the Labour of Love 4, but we sort of saved half of that for later as well. And we'll do the same with this one. So it's not going to go until midnight. Don't worry. But we are going to move on. We are going to move on to the next track. Sorry, Earl, were you chipping in there? You're just a few seconds behind.
No. I'm not on the internet now. I'm on the EE on the
Wow, that's much better. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I've just seen satellite repositioning out of my Velux window earlier.
You know,
We should be all right.
I want to beat you up when I see you next time, innit? I'm going to rock you up, man. It's like, wow! But
So, right.
anyway.
Next song.
Much better, Earl.
Where
It
you
is
to
much
the
better.
ball.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better.
Yeah.
Go on, Paul.
Typical. It's great that he gets internet when he starts threatening me, innit?
Only joking. You know I love you.
Where you to the ball?
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Well, everybody knows about this, I think, but
Talk about it.
the original was the Paragons. It's a song written by John Holt, of course.
The Mighty Paragons.
It was recorded by the Paragons originally and was a massive hit in Jamaica. And you know, I mean, everybody loved the tune, the original version, which was just the vocal trio, the Paragons. But this version that we covered was the Uroy version, where a couple of years after they'd been hits, he took the songs and voiced over them. He was a dancehall DJ, and that was how he became successful, was by taking previous hit records and doing his dancehall voiceovers. And he was like one of the originators, not the originator, but he was one of them. And without Uroy, dancehall DJing wouldn't exist in the form that it is now. He was just so influential, and this was a massive hit, you know. So
and also hip hop, by the way. I just thought I'd interject there.
Yeah,
massive genre called hip hop as well. Obviously, he was instigating. You know what I mean?
It's amazing, isn't it? I bet a lot of kids who are into that stuff these days. Do you know what I mean? I bet they don't even know what R&B stands for, or do you know what I mean? These like kids that are down with it all these days. If you ask them who Uroy is, don't have a Scooby Doo, would they?
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of kids don't know what time stuff's from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just take it for what it is. So like,
it's years before they were born. It's years before they were born. You know, I mean, the original Paragons record was 1968, and the Uroy version is 1970. That's 51 years ago.
Yeah, big things. Yeah.
We were teenage boys. You know, it was a different time, and you can't expect kids to know where these tunes come from, or what age, you know, they come from, what era they come from. But that's why we're playing these now. It's an education, you know. For anyone who's interested.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it's educated me. I can tell you that.
And one of the reasons it's one of Astro's best tunes is because he lifted it wholesale from the Euro.
Well, of course, he did his best to reproduce the Uroy performance. You couldn't take that and try and do it a different way, could you? It would be sacrilege. It would. What
did you say to him, Robin?
Sorry.
What did you say to him? Well, be your best, because this is going to be a musical test.
Come to group.
Whack, Paul. Getting whacker.
I would also. Well, we're playing the Paragons version. I mean the John Holt Uroy version, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, go on.
Now, my selector.
I'm gonna wear you to the ball tonight. Put on your best dress tonight.
Did you hear about the man says, baby? Said be your best, 'cause this gonna be your musical test. So come to school, let I dig you the musical rules. Dig me soul brothers and dig me soul sisters. Come to Wild, maybe you can make it if you try. So be wise and be gentle and put on the best. Because I've got you musical keys. Drop it, baby, I just come it, yeah. Because I'm tougher than tough, and that ain't no bluff. Maybe it's because I've got the musical stuff.
I'm gonna make you the talk of the town. No use wearing a frown. Though them other guys may put you
Superb. Brilliant.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Gilly?
He's just finishing his jigsaw, Robin. Give him 5.
Yeah.
I'm kind of very skittish today, man. Allow me. It's good that UR's version was always dope.
Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, Ashdown couldn't really go wrong there copying UR, could it?
Absolutely. It's an iconic performance, isn't it? You know, it just it laid the ground rules for toasting for the next 10 years.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I mean, it did what it said on the tin, isn't it? He's taken the music and done the vocals over the top. I think UB40's version does feel more succinct in that regard. Do you know what I mean? It feels like a proper made song.
Mm.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
All the same.
Yeah, but I mean that was a record being made from what they did in the dance halls. You know,
of course, yeah.
That was what they did over the records. I mean, the tradition was to do it over versions which didn't have the song on. They used to just play the flip the record over and play the B-side and toast over it over the music. But what Uroy did was interject between the lines of the songs. They'd bring the song in and then pull it out, and he'd start doing. He wasn't the first to do it, but he was the one that made records out of it, and he was the first to be that successful. It gave new life to already hit records, you know. When he brought that out a couple of years after it had been a number one for the Paragons, it was a number one all over again for Uroy and John Holt, you know. So it was
noticeable.
It was a whole new way of doing it.
I think it's noticeable how brilliant the vocals were on that tune.
Oh, it's the Paragons, for God's sake, you know.
After everyone else,
they were just it. That's why we've done, I don't know, how many Paragons tunes have we covered over the Labour of Love series? Probably
a whole heap, man. A whole heap. Absolute legends.
Did that? How well? I'm just looking now on Wikipedia. How well did that do as a single? Way to the Ball. You remember?
I think it was top 10, wasn't it? I think.
Wasn't released as a single.
Don't think so. I don't think he got released, did he?
No,
there's
35. 35.
But yeah, it wasn't a hit.
No. And 28 in New Zealand, and that's about it.
And that's another one. That's another one that wasn't necessarily that popular on record, but live, it was, it took on a whole new identity, because it was Astro doing it, and it was, it was a good number for him to perform, and it was a very popular live number, much more popular than it was as a record.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I miss any of those tracks that he did. Probably that one much more than say Rat in My Kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Just because that's a bit lively and, like you said, it's pretty Uroy-ish.
And they're saying it's totally Uroy-ish. They're saying on the app that Gilly would smash a version of this.
He would.
Yeah.
Chicka bow wow wow.
Yeah. Would, yeah. Is that it, Gilly?
No, that's
is that all we're getting?
That's some food for thought for the future, isn't it, boys?
Yeah.
I think we should.
I hope somebody's making notes.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you could change it up a bit, Gilly. I'm going to wear you to the bull ring tonight. You know what I mean? Something like that, a bit brummy.
Good Lord. Well, somebody please.
We're going to spin. We're going to spin UB's version then.
Yeah.
Good, don't you?
I'm gonna wear you to the ball tonight. Put on your best dress tonight. Did you what the man said, baby? Well, be your best, 'cause this gonna be a musical test. So come to school, let her take up the musical role.
and that's it.
Sudden stop.
Yeah, the 12-inch was great. I remember. I really liked the 12-inch, but the 7-inch wasn't. There's some strange stuff going on there. That pom-pom thing that I did in the studio was just done for fun, and I didn't know it was ever going to be used. I just went pom-pom in the studio, and Jerry Parchment nicked it and used it in the mix, which...
What is that sort of scratchy bit as it starts, that vocally bit? Is it Earl? Is it you, Earl?
Nah.
No, it's Astro.
Right at the beginning. Is it?
I think it's Astro, yeah. It's
okay.
just some piece of, normal talking, ad-libbing kind of thing going on that Jerry Parchment, who was very instrumental in our sound at that time, he grabbed bits and used them, Incidentally, all the vocals on that track, apart from Astro's, obviously, but all of the vocals on that track are mine. There's no other vocalist in there. There's no harmonies from Norman. There's nothing from Ali, because he didn't want to do the song for some reason. We had it on the list, and I was going, it's iconic. We've got to do it. It's a brilliant tune. And
works well, didn't it? Worked well.
And it worked. It's going to work for Astro, because we were looking for, another tune for Astro. It's from, he hadn't done anything to match Red Wine, and he hadn't come up with a rap for any of these tunes that we were doing like he did with Red Wine. So, I just suggested to him that he do the Uroy one, and he liked the idea, but Ali didn't want to sing the song for some reason. I can't remember why. He just said, you do it. So I did. and I ended up doing all of the harmonies.
Yeah, well, there you go, Gilly. A bit of homework for you also.
Everybody up, there's loads of people on the app saying, yeah, definitely bring it back. Gilly's got more talent in his little finger.
That might have been me, Gilly, and you'll owe me a Guinness next time I see you.
Yeah. You can send me the version like a week before we do it. So,
Yeah.
We'll try and spring it on you with as little notice as possible.
Possible, yeah.
I'm used to that. Huh?
Got to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I'm used to that. It was like the time when I come to America. You're doing, Johnny? Too bad tonight. No one told me.
You'll never forgive us for that, will you?
And you had the flu as well. You gave to all of us. But we won't go into that.
Oh, yeah.
I say flu. It was the air conditioning, man. Don't blame me.
There's disease.
Oh, Martin's back. You keep nipping in and out. You having your dinner, mate?
No,
I'm on my Jack Jones.
He's doing something freaky, Martin.
Yeah, he's doing something weird.
I'm all on my own.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I'm on dad duty.
Okay. Well, you're not on your own then.
Well, yeah, in terms of the lad, I'm on my own.
Okay.
Jesse out with a boyfriend.
Yeah. she's out with Leroy, yeah.
Right then, next track and another song.
Leroy with the big lip.
Never mind the big lip.
You've got a big lip when we see you.
Singer Man.
The next one, Singer Man.
Singer Man.
Excellent.
Singer Man, originally by the Kingstonians.
Yeah.
Lead singer, the late great Jackie Barnard, who died quite young actually. I think he got pneumonia. Fell on hard times. I think he lived in New York after. But the Kingstonians had quite a few hits in the rocksteady period in the late 60s. They were very popular in Jamaica specifically. And then they got together with Derek Harriott and did Singer Man. Derek Harriott was producing, so they did Singer Man, and the other massive hit was Sufferer, which became an album called Sufferer, and it had both of the songs on. But really, that was about it, because they kind of faded. in the 70s. They recorded more tunes, but they didn't have anything like the success that Singer Man and Sufferer had. You remember Sufferer, everybody?
Yeah, man.
I'm not so sure I do.
He's a sufferer.
Sufferer.
A sufferer. You must remember it.
A sufferer.
Of course.
Yeah,
But
man,
it
massive
was
tune.
brilliant tune. I loved it even more than Singer Man. But
All the sound systems used to play Sufferer.
absolutely, because it's a brilliant tune.
Another one for Gilly.
Labour Love 5.
Yeah, why
Gilly.
not? Why not?
Well,
Another one for you, Gilly.
I might as well jump on one of the Labour of Love, you know.
Yeah, get it, Gilly. Ready for Labour Love 5? Gilly, there's still 2 tracks left for Labour Love 5. Get it on there.
Okay.
Urge him on, Martin. Urge him on. Urge him on,
Yeah,
Martin. Urge
they
him
still
on,
need. They still need 2 more. They've only got 18. So come on, Gilly.
But this we did Singer Man because it was again it was another favourite of Norman's. So because it was a favourite of Norman's, we could encourage him to sing it.
It's another one that I don't think I've ever heard live. I know it's been done live, but
Yeah, we've done it.
seldom,
I've
to be
never
fair.
I've not done it.
No, but we did it on the Labour of Love 2 tour.
Yeah, before Martin's time. Martin's only been with the band 47 years, hasn't he? So
Yeah, he has. Yeah. So
It's got a real like kind of hip hoppy kind of real upbeat kind of a drum beat on it. So it's really like upbeat, man. It's like the Norman all day long, isn't it?
yeah, I think all fans would probably tend to agree with me that it'd be another good, sorry, Robin, but another good one to drop in that we've not heard for many years.
We're going to play the original now, aren't we? 1968. 1968, produced by Derek Harriott. 1968, the Kingstonians. Singing Man.
What year was it?
1968, mate.
Just so we know.
Yeah, and then you go straight into our version and you'll see the difference. Like, it's quite incredible. Incredible.
Do it.
Sweet harmony.
some memories, man.
Oh, seems like Matt's disappeared, but we've got Kingston Town, so let's have a listen.
Oh dear, what you doing, Matt?
Leave it, Matt. We might as well.
Come on, Matt.
Seems to fade.
Hop, the hip hop.
Take it away, Norm.
Early B, what you celebrating, man? Bossing champagnes, guanins.
Is he on the shampoo?
He's on the shampoo.
The mini bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit makes me feel happy, man.
Living the dream, kid.
Oh, yeah, man. See, like that tune. It's like, see how hip hop the beat is.
Oh, I can't have another drink. I'm suffering.
There's a rap over that, man. It's wicked vibe, man. I just love it.
Yeah, wicked vocal from Norman as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's Norman all day long, innit? You know
He always
Yeah.
he always injects joy, doesn't he, when he's doing that kind of song? You know, it was like Johnny Too Bad, same kind of vibe. You know, he lifts the song.
Fatty, another one. Did you know when you guys got together? did you ever think that you'd all take lead vocals years down the line, or did you just think it'd be, you know, it'd be Ali at that time at the beginning?
Well, Norman was an obvious one, the most obvious. You know what I mean?
Norman always had a great voice, but he wasn't interested in doing lead when we started. He had to be kind of, you know, cajoled into it, talked into it, and eventually, you know, he now loves doing it. So, you know, hopefully we get a tune or two from Norman every time we make an album. That'd be.
See, in those days, Ali knew he was in a band, and he insisted on using the band. You know, he's like, I don't want to do it all myself. He was really encouraging for other people to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's why I ended up doing Babe, because Ali says, "Well, you like that tune, you do it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, yeah, fair play. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's not many bands, is there, that could, you know, out of whatever six or eight, depending on how you're looking at, you know, guys, where you've got five vocalists, you know.
Yeah, well, like Norman always sang with Robin and Ali and Duncan. Do you know what I mean? From time. So yeah, it was like a natural thing, really. But obviously, we only, you know, we was the ones privy to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I actually like Jimmy's version of the Gravy Train.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah, I do. I really love it. Jimmy did the lead vocal on it, and it's got a certain. You can tell that he's written the song. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one. Hopefully, they'll never see the light of day.
Well, actually,
Jimmy done a lot of the backings, didn't he? Like on King and stuff.
Yeah.
Early, on the first album.
Yeah.
On the first album, he was doing all the high harmonies on King.
You little devil.
Oh no! Yeah,
but that was before he discovered that he couldn't sing and drum at the same time.
At the same time, yeah, because
drummers polite it's called.
Guys,
when I see drummers singing, whether it's like the guy had a Fleetwood Mac or whatever, and I'm just always amazed that they can sing and play at the same time.
Yeah, there was this band who had a drummer who was a singer. It was wicked. I can't think of his name at the minute.
Yeah, look at Roger Taylor in Queen.
What about him?
He does all the high harmonies and everything, doesn't he? Whilst he's playing.
Does he?
Okay.
Yeah, on Bohemian Rhapsody and everything. Yeah, he's singing all along there. Yeah.
Yes,
well, they all sing on Bohemian Rhapsody. That was the whole point. They just did, 64 voices, but it was 4 of them singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't just do the high parts though, Martin. He did the little highs and little lows.
He did all sorts.
Oh.
There's been lots of drummers that have sung. I mean, remember the Dave Clark 5?
Yeah.
That's it, Rob. That's the
one.
He used to sing, but also the band, Dylan's backing band, the band, their drummer used to sing. The guy out the Eagles, he used to drum as well, and Karen Carpenter. Dare I say it?
Well, that's my girl. That is Karen Carpenter.
She can sing. She could sing, that girl.
And she could play drums.
Oh my God, man.
And she could play the drums.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Yeah. There was a clip of her on the telly the other night doing some breakbeat, man, and she was just dangerous, boy. It was like a drum and bass.
Super talented.
Yeah, she could drum. What a pity that she didn't believe in herself.
Yeah.
I
really love her voice.
What can you do?
I'll tell you a modern artist who's great and drums and sings at the same time. Anderson .Paak. If you watch him on YouTube or whatever, he's not up and coming. We met him in London the one day when we were in the BBC. I don't know if you remember. Up and Jimmy and I was like, oh my God. It's like, when the singing. And
and they were going, oh my God, UB40. and you were going, oh, it's Anderson .Paak.
But yeah, no, he's great.
Well, yeah.
Right then, next song up is Kingston Sound, but before that, Matt's going to play a version of Jimmy doing the lead vocal on Gravy Train.
No.
But it is Kingston Sound. Matt gave us a little
secret
tease.
stuff, that is.
But Lord Creator, Robin was the originator who ended up making a few quid from it.
He did.
Well, he wrote the song, so quite right he should have done. But the hilarious thing is that it's what's his name? Kendrick Patrick is his actual name, but his stage name was Lord Creator, and he was actually a star in the ska days. His first hits were all ska records, and he's not Jamaican. He's Trinidadian who came to Jamaica because he was successful in Trinidad singing, calypso stuff, and he came to Jamaica to become a ska singer and had various hits in Jamaica singing ska records. And there's loads of them. If you want to go on YouTube, you can find lots of early Lord Creator stuff, and they're all lovely. Got a great voice, and he wrote great tunes. And Kingston Town, believe it or not, was I think 1970 was Kingston Town, but there's a version of it that was written years before and recorded, and he had a hit with it called Babylon. It was called King and Queen, and in brackets Babylon. And it's, when I am king, surely I will need a queen. All the same lyrics, but it wasn't Kingston Town, it was Babylon.
Wow, and, never knew that.
Yeah, and he sings, oh Babylon, the place I long to be. And if I had the whole word, I would give it away just to see the gypsies play.
Wow.
And it's well worth just going on YouTube and looking it up. I think it's still going to be there. It was there years ago when I saw it, and it's called Babylon, Kings and Queens, Babylon. But the version that became a hit in the reggae time was when he rewrote it, changed the words, and it became Kingston Town. And thank God it did, because what a tune.
Well, it's an example of how a tune that when we released it probably wasn't as popular as we thought it might have been, but then it's built in popularity because it was at one point the second most sung karaoke tune in England 1 year. Second only to Robbie Williams' Angels.
It still is. It was also voted in the Times the country's most favourite holiday song. Vacation song, the one they like to hear on their holidays most, was Kingston Town.
Although none of them have ever been to Kingston Town.
Of course not. But that's not the point, is it?
No.
It also did go to, I think, number 4 in the UK charts. So it was a hit, but it was number 1 in Holland. It was number 1 in New Zealand, I think, as well. Yeah. It was pretty much a mega hit and very, very popular. And it's another one that we have to play at every show because everybody wants to hear it.
I think it's quite amusing that it was the second most popular karaoke tune, even before Red Red Wine.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs people really want to sing.
Yeah, and it's one that people play at their weddings. They have it played at their weddings as well because it's just one of those songs, isn't it? It's a great tune.
Mm-hmm.
Simple melody, simple lyrics.
It's singing Red Red Wine, isn't it?
Well, let's listen to the original version.
I said it's easier to sing than Red Red Wine, isn't it, for a karaoke?
That's why it's a karaoke hit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and everyone wants
murder it. Probably less cause, isn't it? Yeah, it's a murder.
Well, we'll listen to the original, and then Robin, I'm going to ask you to tell a story about how you pulled it together, because it took some splicing and dicing, apparently, didn't it? You've told the story before, but
all right, yeah, okay.
All right, but we'll listen to the original first, and then before we play UB40's version, we'll do that. Spin it, Matty.
The night seems to fade, but the moonlight lingers on. There are wonders but they're fading at the dawn. There is magic in Kingston town. Oh, Kingston town, the place I long to be. If I had the whole world, I would give it away just to see the girls that play. When I am king, surely I would need a queen and a palace and everything. Now I am king, then my queen will come at dawn, and we'll be reigning in Kingston town. Oh, Kingston town, the place I long to be. If I had the whole world, I would give it away just to see the girls that play. Ooh. When I am king, surely I would be the queen and the palace and everything. Tonight I am king, then my queen will come at dawn, and we'll be reigning in Kingston town. Right on, we'll be reigning in Kingston town. Right on, we'll be reigning in Kingston.
Lovely version.
Actually, a lovely recording that. Really
What
nice.
a, and what a lovely
Sweet
voice.
song, innit?
Beautiful,
Yeah.
yeah. Hear it clear as a bell as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I was going to ask Martin if he's got his keyboard to hand, because he does a lovely little solo pianist version.
Is this like a euphemism?
Are you pretending your mic's not working, mine?
No, it's working.
I remember you. I remember you
Saying
coming in.
anything.
I remember you going in my local a few years ago with on the piano and just.
euphemism?
Jesus, you just calm down, Jimmy. You.
Sorry, okay, all right.
It's got cabin fever.
No, Martin gets me all excited.
Yeah.
Cabin
No, he
fever.
does. He does play a very nice version of that song, does Martin, on the old keyboard. But
And the old ivories.
you gonna play it then, or what?
It's actually not loaded up, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Oh,
Please.
What?
oh.
Where's the roadie?
yeah.
No, I'm presuming the story you wanted me to tell, Paul, was about the vocal.
Yes.
The fact that Ali demoed the tune
Yeah.
in Italy. When we were in Italy, he demoed the tune one evening when he was, how can I say it?
Inebriated.
Oiled. Well oiled.
Lads, relaxed. I
Yeah,
think
okay. Yeah.
that was what I meant to say.
Not hard and emotional.
He was relaxed out of his mind,
Yeah.
and he just sang it beautifully. And the thing was, when we got into the studio and to redo the vocal, because he had just demoed it, he could never reproduce it. He tried several times to sing it again, and it just never sounded as good. Not that it didn't sound nice, because it did, but it just didn't have the magic that the original guide vocal had. You know, it was just so relaxed that it had a tone that he couldn't reproduce, and
Like drunken master.
which, you know, is unusual, because normally if you're that relaxed. You're not singing great. You're not doing your best performance, but he just happened to be relaxed enough to do a wonderful rendition. And we had to spin it like in the old days, because it was analog, not digital. And we had to spin the original demo onto the backing track that we had at that point, rather than use the vocal that he'd done in the studio. We went back to the original demo and took it line by line, almost word by word, and spun it into the track. So yeah, the track that's on the album, the finished track that's on the album, has got the demo vocal on it.
Possibly the most tricky song you've ever put together, I imagine. From that,
it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, yeah. but it was again, Jerry Parchment did it because he loved the original vocals so much, and he was just going, none of the vocals Ali's done are as good as this demo. We've got to keep it. And he sat in the studio one night, all bloody night really, and just bounced it line by line and word by word, syllable by syllable, until it was all on the song. And because the timings were different, and they were on tape, you couldn't just bounce the vocal onto the thing. You had to do it until it went out of time, stop it, and then take the next line and the next whatever. And it just took hours and hours to do. But the end result was wicked.
And little do they know, when they play it 3 times a day on Magic Radio, that's what happened.
Well,
I love little bits of history like that.
Ali probably doesn't even remember that that's what happened either. He probably thinks that it's the vocal that he put down in the studio, when in fact it's the one he put down in the castle.
Yeah, well, what happens and what he says are usually 2 different things anyway, aren't they, to be fair? But I think that Matt Campbell might have a little bit of Babylon Town to play.
Have you got it, Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, go on. Just play everybody a little bit of it so they can hear it. The chorus.
Hold on. I'll start.
This is from the start.
But the moonlight lingers on. Are there wonders for everyone? The stars shine so bright, but they're fading at the dawn. There was magic in Babylon. Oh, Babylon, the place I long to go. If I had the whole world, I would give it away just to see the gypsies play. Tonight I am king, surely I would need a queen and a palace and everything.
Brilliant, the gypsies. I think Tyson Fury should walk out to that.
How great was that?
What
1963.
What gypsies is he referring to?
Sorry?
What gypsies is referring to? Like New York, where's Babylon? Because obviously Babylon's like the West. Which Babylon's talking about, and what gypsies?
Oh, you'd have to ask him that one, Earl.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Where is Babylon?
In Iraq.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that was the original Babylon, wasn't it?
Yes, but that's not what he means.
Mesopotamia, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not what he means. He means the big city, doesn't he?
Well, I was going to say, Babylon was a negative word, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When something's Babylon, you don't like it.
Yeah. I know, but obviously.
Yeah, but maybe he does mean the original Babylon.
City, like all people from the West Indies at the time wanted to go to the the big cities, which was Babylon, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Babylon, yeah.
Maybe if it's 1963, maybe that's before it had the evil connotations,
Maybe, yeah, absolutely.
Maybe he wanted to go to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Yeah, you never know.
And see the gypsies play.
Imagine it's a long time before Rasta as well, because that.
No, Rasta existed, but it wasn't. It
It was in
wasn't.
Ethiopia.
It wasn't the
crossover.
accepted thing. You know, it certainly wasn't. It, because Mali hadn't made it international at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine he's meaning like a Shangri-La or something like that.
In 1963, Rastas were considered, oddities and weirdos, and outcasts as well in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't until musicians turned it into something, groovy.
The Roots era in the 70s.
That's
really crossed over.
And pretty much down to Mali, you know.
Yeah.
But that was
Right then.
that was fun. That was fun hearing that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was cool, yeah.
Great.
And a lovely story. I'm sure I've told this before on another Zoom, but Lord Creator, who is Kendrick Patrick, when we played Sunsplash, he met us at the airport with 2 or 3 generations of his family. He met us because he wanted to say thank you, because the first check he ever received for one of his songs that someone else recorded was when we recorded Kingston Town, and he was actually lying in hospital, and he had no way of paying his bill, and he was really pretty destitute, and he received the first check for Kingston Town, and since then he managed to pay his hospital bill. And he also built a very nice house for his family.
Yeah, brilliant.
And he met us at the airport with his family just to say thank you. And it was
I remember that.
A really emotional, moving thing, because the whole family were hugging us and crying, and it was just.
I imagine though that happened.
I was crying, you know. It was just lovely, really lovely.
I imagine that happened a few times around, because Winston Francis told us the same thing, and I know before he goes on to this day and performs Fix It, then he tells that story, and I know he bought a house, his first house, with the money.
He said that on the Zoom, didn't he? He said his first family house was paid for by the check that he got for Mr. Fix It.
Yeah, and given that he lives in London and he's probably had a price hike, I wonder if he's going to share the profits. Sorry, Earl.
He's entitled to keep the profits, Paul.
Absolutely. He is.
Yeah.
Right then, so
story that repeated over and over again in music, like getting ripped off, and you know what I mean, because you don't know, do you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in Jamaica, you know. I mean, they literally used to get paid the day they recorded and never see another penny again, and usually had to sign over the rights to whoever the producer was, whether it was Duke Reid and Treasure Isle, or whether it was Coxon in Studio One. They all, signed away their rights generally, and they had to go to court years later to win it back. Which John Holt did for Tidy's High when Blondie had a massive worldwide hit with it. John Holt, had to take them, or his publishers had to take them to court to get paid.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he told me that when we saw him in Miami, when he again said to me that the first proper check he ever received was for Wear You to the Ball. Our recording of Wear You to the Ball was the first time he saw a check from his publishers.
Wow.
And because he got so much money from the Labour of Love version, he and his publishers then went after the Blondie track.
Good. Yeah.
Not after Blondie, but after the record company who never assigned it to the writer.
Yeah. I mean, the same things happened to Taylor Swift, like being exploited as a young child, you know what I mean? Up and coming star. It's a recurring story that's
absolutely
all the time.
Musicians are always victims. They're always victims of the sharks in the business.
Aren't we just?
Absolutely. I tell you what, they feed on you it's like a shark frenzy when you have a hit. All these suits descend.
It's like them little fish when you get off to eat the dead off your feet.
They descend on you, all the suits and the lawyers and the record company people and all that. They all take their pound of flesh before the musician gets it.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Right then, guys. On that positive note,
On that cheery note.
well, we'll play out with you before it's
Whoa,
Kingston
whoa,
Town.
whoa. Don't forget to mention Tanya's got a book coming out.
Tanya,
Well,
well, Andy, Tanya's little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tanya's husband, Andy, is bringing a book out. I think it's the first 15 years of Tanya following the band around all over the world. And it looks, I know Martin's put some notes in there, and it looks like it's going to be a great read. So if anybody wants to connect with Andy on Facebook, I'm sure everybody is anyway, and find out how you can get a copy. I believe it's going to press this week. So we'll keep people updated on that. I'm sure Matt will put it on the app.
I believe myself and Martin both wrote a little forward for it.
Yeah, okay.
Brilliant.
We should
So Andy Kennedy,
Yeah, and all proceeds to the hospice.
All proceeds going to the hospice where she spent her last days.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, she's very much missed, and she will be when we get out on tour as fans, going to watch the band and stuff like that.
Absolutely. She'll leave a great big wildcat-sized hole.
Yeah,
she will. Yeah, absolutely.
It's the wildcat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we can put it on our page, our Facebook page, and
absolutely.
All that,
And
don't you get over technical? Don't you get over technical there, Jimmy?
No, I know. Yeah. It's true.
Any other?
It's been a good one. It's been a good one. That's all I can say, lads.
Yeah.
Looking forward to part 2.
Yeah, whenever that's going to be.
Next week, I imagine. Oh no!
Well, no, we've got Goldie next week.
Goldie next week.
Yeah. So we're going to be earlier.
Looking forward to that, guys. With Earl and Jimmy interrogating him.
Yeah, he's a character, Goldie. He's definitely a character.
Be an easy week for me. That you two probing him.
Probably going to be different.
Then,
but it's going to be really fascinating, I think, for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're losing you again, Earl.
We think we know what you mean, Earl.
Hey?
You're cracking up again, mate.
Yeah, well,
sorry.
Switch back again or something.
No, I'm back on the old satellite thing. Yeah. But yeah, obviously it's going to be like a different thing. But yeah. Anyway, see you next week, guys.
Yeah.
Matt, what time? Just quickly, Matt, what time are we on next week?
It's going to be a 1 p.m. start.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. It's from Thailand.
In Thailand.
Yeah.
He's in Phuket. Yeah, just down from our little spot, Rob.
Where in Phuket?
In Phuket.
Phuket, yeah. I like Phuket.
Phuket, guys. Phuket.
Yeah, not after you've had 5 gin and tonics.
Okay.
Right. See you next. See you next week, guys.
Right. See y'all.
Guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Ta-da. Bye.
See everybody.
That's a love.
Stay love.
And
We're going to let him have his 2 minutes, Matt.
No. See you guys, I'm out of here.